so much
Hello there, and welcome to the second semi-final of today. We've got Elpern versus Orangepest. We've got Momo looking ready to go. Come on, Momo.
I'm more energized this time. I actually got some sleep. Got my coffee right here, ready for the Swede smackdown.
Dude, I've just already done like a 3.5 hour best of 5, so we're going to need a fully tanked up and ready to go Momo, and it sounds like we've got that. And I'm not going to mess around. I'm going to get straight into this, the second semi-final of today. It's a best of 5 between two of the mightiest Swedes in the world today. We've got Elpern as United States Forces. We've got Orangepest as the Wehrmacht. Momo, what do we know about these two players?
They are frenemies, I think is the best way to put them. They're good buddies, but definitely huge rivals as well. They are fighting for the best Swedish player title right now. Orangepest built 3 Pioneers.
Yes!
I think that might have been a mistake.
No! This guy's a genius, goddammit! A genius, Momo! He's going for a Pioneer spam strategy! This is awesome! This is awesome! I absolutely love this! Get in, Orangepest. This is a cool strategy. I'm a terrible player. I'm not going to pretend I predicted this, but I was very curious as to whether Pioneer spam was possible at Company Heroes 3 at the highest levels. All I can say, Momo, is let's see if it is. We're going 3 Pioneers into MG42. Meanwhile, Elpern is going for armor, capping with the Jeep. Same thing we've seen on Twin Beaches twice already today.
Yeah, Twin Beaches, I would say, is quite a strong USF map. Orangepest knows this. He said it himself. So, you know, maybe this is one of his little cooking sessions. He got the 3 Pioneer strat for the capping power, and he's going to rush 2 MGs, perhaps?
I think
Before
so.
he gets any kind of grunts?
Can I just say that Orangepest, as usual, has been very, very cocky about some of the things he's been finding in scrims. Some of the strategies he's been preparing for this massive event. And let's see if he's right. Let's see if he is a mad genius. We can unveil his play card as our #1 seed. We only give him a strategy score of 8. We give him a control score of 10. He's all about them being a micro junkie, Momo. And that's not a very small heroin addict. That's Orangepest being really, really good at controlling Company Heroes tactics and APM.
Yeah, he definitely prides himself on that. He's a self-proclaimed tac map spammer. So we got that in common. But he's very confident. He's a very confident player, and you need to be confident in your abilities. So, you know, even in the face of adversity, you know, he always finds a way to spin it around.
Well, Xenobor, of course, Orangepest himself even agrees that his resolve isn't always that high. Sometimes he can give up and rage a little bit too easily. Meanwhile, you've got good old Elpernius over here. He's got excellent resolve. He never gives up. Sometimes he probably should do. And he's just a very, very solid player. But where he really does bring to the table, Momo, is aggression. Just like Orangepest is aggressive, Elpern is aggressive in a slightly different way. He more finds a really good strategy and pushes it in your face exactly the right time, Momo.
Yeah, Elpern's a very strong player. I think he's been a bit more secretive of his playtesting. He hasn't really been in public view, I think, in the last week compared to Orangepest. Really electing to keep his strats or scrims under the radar. I have got to witness Orangepest play quite a bit this week with people like Zulu and Havoc. But Elpern is a mystery. I don't know if he's kind of checked out a little bit mentally, or he's just very, very secretive.
I did a big write-up on Reddit, Momo, and I was trying to think about the players' perspectives, and one thing I identified for Elpern is he's been in the trenches streaming this game week in, week out for weeks and months. He might be a little bit beleaguered as we've got breakthrough for Orangepest. 2 Grenadiers with a 3rd joining, so Pioneer spam can drop by the wayside. But what it has done, Momo, is it's eaten up a lot of the map. It's kept the scout quad very busy and occupied, and he's actually going for the cutoff as we speak. Live and breathe.
Yeah, he's got a nice control of the map right now with the 3 pioneers. Definitely a big advantage you have to building them so early. Breakthrough lock-in is quite cool. 3 Grens, I wasn't expecting that. I thought maybe he would go for another MG just to kind of lock down the pieces of the map that he covered with his pioneers. But yeah,
Gren's win in the
MP40's holding pretty
south.
strong here.
Yeah, Gren's win in the south. MP40's holding strong, just basically being meat shields behind heavy cover, keeping people occupied and preoccupied with themselves. Meanwhile, the cutoff's been neutralized. Gren's now going to cap the +5 munitions. Orangepest is on a bit of a tear here.
Yeah, you see him sprinting in with the MP40 Grens. He's looking to take the positions of these guys who are about to retreat. MG42 setting up. This looks like an engagement one for Orangepest. I don't see any flanking units for Elpern, and he's going to hold on to this northern fuel, which is very, very vital.
Oh, and here comes the MG, the all-important MG, behind any good infantry push. The machine and Gavez not close behind, and this can finish games off early, Momo.
Absolutely, he's got him completely cut off. Bar's about to cook for Elpern. Still got his Jeep alive, so he can do a bit of harassing. It's coming out of the base, being repaired. There's the bar pop.
There's the bar pop. Yeah, indeed, the MG's actually out of position now, and the Jeep's still there. Could cause some issues, but haha! Orangepest was waiting for the MP40 Grenadiers to come into focus. He's allowed the Grenadier to soak and tank the damage, and he's merged into them with a very weak squad.
Ooh, yeah, look how low that is. Luckily for him, it's just a mortar support unit right
he could
there,
get
as
the
you
kill.
proclaim.
He could get the kill. He gets it with the MG. He merged into the MG despite the odds. Polished off the captain.
Man.
Call an ambulance, but not for me.
Luckily, he wasn't a rifleman. You know, losing the captain isn't good, but it's not the end of the world. Like losing a rifleman this early when you're behind. But Orangepest is definitely control this map. Look at this, 221 is out.
Oh wow. Okay. Now Elpern's got a lot of work to do, and Elpern is one of everyone's favourite players. He's such a great guy, such a very, very important stream for the community, so we don't want to fanboy. I don't want to fanboy too much for Orangepest, but that was one of the sickest plays I've seen of the entire Master League series, and now the Jeep's in trouble. He's pretending he's got an 18 aid in his pocket, but Orangepest, he now knows he does.
Nice. That was pretty well timed on that grenade tech.
I think it must have just clicked in, surely, or something like that. He hesitated for a moment. I was like, Orangepest was kind of sense, has he got it? Has he got it? Oh, he's got it.
Yeah, it was a little bit of a ego check there, you know, because a lot of people like to fake that out with their main lines. You know, it's a very common tactic that people utilize. Bars are just getting melted here. Look at that nade. That was pretty cool.
Yeah, he threw it, you know,
Quite
quarterback
far.
style. Yeah, he should get into an NFL in the next draft, possibly. I won't pretend to understand American sports. Go Raiders.
I think that snare was very vital for Elpern to be able to actually push Orangepest back off the map. 221 has to pull back and repair. I think that Pioneer was one man going back towards the scout car, so unless he gets the second one over there,
Oh, yeah.
it's going to take quite a bit of time to repair.
He's really getting in there. He's very committed to his role. He is, yeah. Good job. Good job, Friedrich. Okay, then, Momo. I want some big balls from Mr. Momo now. I want to actually know who's going to win this series, and I want a full prediction now. What's going to happen, son?
The series prediction?
Yeah, everything. I want you to lay down the law.
Again, what I was saying earlier, Elpern is either being very secretive with the amount of playtesting he's done leading up to this series, or he's kind of like not been playing, is my kind of like what I'm getting at. Orangepest, I know for a fact, has been preparing a lot with scrims against, you know, people I mentioned earlier. Ooh, Pioneers might go down here. Yep, goodbye. Bars are pretty good at cleaning those up. But yeah, I think Orangepest is probably going to take this 3-1, 3-2 at best. I think Elpern is just mentally not there right now. He's playing other games and stuff. He might be a little burnt out.
No, I know. I think he did burn it. That's my worry. That was my worry, and I hope it's wrong, Momo. I hope it's wrong. Orangepest had a massive holiday in America, seeing people like Zulu. He actually got to practice a little bit and talk to other co-fans and kind of enjoy theory crafting.
Yeah, I think Orangepest's love for the series is still intact. Not that Elpern's isn't. but I think Orangepest is a bit more motivated
Grenade up
because
here.
he's got something to prove.
Yes, he has. He touts himself as the best player in the world. Let's see if he's right. It's basically his situation.
You know you're not in a good spot when you're constantly fighting over your own cutoff here on the southern beach. Good aggression by Orangepest. Mortar's out, been out for a little bit now for Elpern. Finally able to push back this MG. MGs are very vital in this Wehrmacht strategy. Second one actually came out. I missed that. I don't know where it's located, but yeah, this is very good aggression by Orangepest. He's planting mines in the back ends, on the cap points to secure his territory, even in the face of some pushback.
Yeah, let's check where... Oh, it's there. It's quite far forward. Will he be able to finish it? The smoke might say so. Yes, he does indeed finish the mine. Meanwhile, we've got Rifleman fighting furiously to, you know, secure some territories for Elpern because his income per minute is not so hot right now. Back in... Oh, there it is. It's the Panzer Company next. And Orangepest, by the way, has 31 fuel and counting on his journey to 100 and a shiny new Panzer for...
Yeah, he's got 37 fuel coming in right now. So it's not looking good for Elpern. He's not gonna reach the CPs for an easy 8. He doesn't have anything for even this 2-2-1. It's just gonna walk around the map and push him off wherever he wishes.
Rifles losing integrity, apparently. I don't know what's happened there. They may have been doxed or something. Regardless, MG pushes forward. Pioneers were thinking of a very cheeky forward mine there. Orangepest currently has plus 36 fuel income per minute, or thereabouts. I think it's aggregated over the last 30 seconds of action. And, yeah, Elpern's up against it, Orangepest. He's got a chore ahead of him.
So, just so I don't seem dumb, but Elpern went armor company, right? It was a Vet 1 Jeep at the start.
That's it, yeah.
So what I'm confused about is why, being so behind, he didn't call in like a Scott or something.
Oh, such a good call.
Like he locked in Seek and Destroy. I don't understand that.
Oh, he went
in
for
this
Seek and Destroy
situation-
instead of the Scott, yeah.
Yeah, in this situation, he didn't go for a Greyhound, which I don't think would have even been a good idea, because he could have upgraded the Panzerbushi on the 221. Obviously, no reason for the Chaffee once he sees MP40s, because that means no 8 rads. So, I mean, in this case, you're struggling against MGs. You're not really able to push Orangepest off. Orangepest has no packs or anything. You should have just got like a Scott or something to kind of stop this bleed and cutoffs that Orangepest is constantly on.
Definitely. I think a Scott would have been a great call. By the way, just because the casting got a bit sloppy from my position, my 6th game of the day, and I've kind of thought this game was over. We've had Elpern take out the 221 just now with an 18-8 from that Rifleman. But yeah, Scott's a great call, Momo, and I actually think that possibly is a sign of Elpern being beleaguered and not fully concentrating on the evolutions in the meta as this tournament's evolved, because I thought it was kind of universal. We agree, Scott's overpowered right now, and it's a great unit to go for. So there's possibly a sign of that if we keep psychologically profiling like we probably shouldn't be. Let's concentrate on the micro as Elpern begins to push out and begins to try and re-find his footing on Twin Beaches.
Yeah, he's went all in on the Rifleman. He's got 5 Riflemen on board now. I think he's bought a couple upgrades through ISC. But yeah, I think Elpern, I just don't understand what this strategy is for. And Orangepest has definitely got him locked out. He needed some kind of, you know, he's trying to throw a hammer at everything with these Riflemen, but you just can't. You just gotta adapt a little bit here. Panzer IV is out. I think that's probably game. No AT gun, no nothing.
Oh dear. That doesn't sound very good, Momo. I don't like the sound of that at all.
Unless Orangepest somehow magically throws his Panzer IV into like 10 18-8s, I don't see how he loses this, because Elpern doesn't even have manpower for an AT gun right now, and Orangepest is just gonna cook up another P4 as soon as he gets the fuel.
Yeah, a lot of health damage being done. He's got the retreat modifier. 25% less damage or something like that, isn't it, on retreat? But
I think 20 or 25, yeah.
Yeah, something like that. And he's just going to focus on the non-retreating squads and force them back to base. Oh dear, this is going to be a blap. You go stationary. Oh, there it is.
Oh god.
Machine guns engaged, surely soon. Imagine if we...
Orangepest.
Might as well.
Imagine if we had what? What were you saying?
Crush in CoH3. This would be even more of a crushing defeat for Elpern. That Panzer IV would be all over the place. Momo, do you want Crush back? Answer us that question once and for all.
I think there's a bit more nuance to that.
Go on.
To the answer.
Go on.
Yeah, I don't know honestly what the right implementation would be. I think there should be some type of crush in the game, but I don't like stuff like
what
the
a grenade on retreat! He's going right into it! Oh, just in between the two. But basically Momo wants Crush version 2. Momo Crush. Brand new Crush. We don't know what it is, but he doesn't want the old Crush.
Yeah. Then you have units that are playing outside of their role, like the M10. Very good at AT and then can force retreats just by appearing in front of your squads.
Yeah, dude. That was in both games as well. The M10 from CoH1 was even worse, by the way. Like, the M10 Crush from CoH1 was like Carmageddon. It was just all over the place.
Glad I wasn't there for that.
No, yeah. There's a lot of times in either series that either fans of all these games could be glad they're not there and have been here and have been everywhere. And I don't even know if this is a coherence. Oh, we've got a tank with a brick on his head. Just to distract.
What the hell? It just fell off. Oh, wow. Orangepest got the veteran squads on his tier 4 instead of getting out that second Panzer IV. Very interesting. I think it's mainly for the Stasstruppen.
Oh, okay.
I mean, it's for both. Vet 2 Panzer IVs are very strong. Their rate of fire gets kind of crazy. But Stasstruppen, once they get Vet, are going to be Rifleman Terminators.
Fair enough.
Elpern's really trying to hang on to VPs. He's trying to stall to the
dear.
EZ8.
Oh, good. Just about home in the nick of time, but Panzer IV doesn't care. Oh, Elpern finally, by the way, neutralizing at least one of the 3 victory points there. He's got the one in the south. This will actually mean for the first time the tick goes against Orangepest, who's only lost 22 so far.
One, two, two, what? I'm sorry.
If you're asking a very tired AE to try and remember what AE just said, I have no clue. I can make some
Fair
more.
enough.
I probably said something completely incoherent, but that's 80% of my casting at any time anyway.
Honest man, I love it. Jokes aside, I think Orangepest is just about there manpower-wise for a second P4. Elpern is half a CP away from EZ8 call-in.
Oh no.
He has the fuel. His manpower is getting there. I think he's locked in quite a few ISC upgrades. So you can assume the manpower reduction one is there, which is very vital to support a heavy rifleman build. Orangepest just really needs to focus on the VP drain. Or Elpern still has just under 200 to work with, which is plenty.
Sorry to interrupt there, Momo. Orangepest is back-teching to pack 40s right now. He thinks the EZ8 stall is in. He expects Elpern to just want to go for the call-in tank, as you would expect any good CoH3 player to possibly concentrate on. He's back-teching to pack 40. That's a really interesting maneuver.
It is pretty safe. The manpower expenditure on that's pretty high. At this point in the game, so he's really just respecting the EZ8 here. 2 Panzer IVs I'd say is pretty sufficient at keeping an EZ8 away. The problem is once Elpern does if he somehow does get to 2, then that's when it really becomes a problem. So I can see why he wants to get a pack in this situation, but I don't know, because the pack isn't going to help deal with the riflemen, and Panzer IVs are, and these Grens are going to start, not being able to scale against riflemen. They're hitting Vet 2, soon to hit Vet 3, and they're just going to start walking over the Grens. So he's going to heavily depend on his MG42s and his 1 Stasstruppen to keep the riflemen away.
Alright.
And if you only have 1 P4, yeah, there it is.
There it is, as Jeff Goldblum said in Jurassic Park. It's here. The EZ8 is here. We're now waiting for, from Orangepest base, of course, the pack 40 to appear, most likely. 340 manpower, usually, something like that? 320.
320 in CoH2, 340 or 50 in this game.
Is it? Interesting.
Yeah. Let's see. Has he shown the Easy 8 yet? It's coming around the South Beach. There it is. First shot. Pretty good. Sweepers on his assault engineers here. His only repair unit. So definitely got to keep that alive.
He has. He's got 2 victory points back as Mr. Pest. And that's 2 victory points ticking down against Elpern, who's at 167 and dropping. There's the Pack 40. He is saving 80's blushes there. I was scared for a moment to think that I'd called the wrong thing, but no, indeed, he's back tech for the Pack 40. Which is very comprehensively intelligent play, is it not, Momo?
I think it is smart. He's respecting the Easy 8s because P4s aren't going to be able to chase down Easy 8s reliably without running into, you know, 5 riflemen with AT grenades. So Pack 40 is good at keeping them away and also finishing them off at range. But one is cool with the Panzer IV to deal with an Easy 8, but you see Elpern's ISC upgrades are going to be very efficient at saving him manpower, plus the medical tent. So he's going to be dealing with a second one really soon. So he probably needs to make some kind of decisive play before Elpern starts snowballing with Armor Company.
Alright then, Vet 2 rifles. Let's check out the kills on some of these bad boys. In the meantime, we've got a hell of a lot of kills, and I think it's 19 or something. Meanwhile, these guys got 15 kills, 17 casualties. We've got 10 kills, 19 casualties on these guys. They're really not helping enough. Meanwhile, Gren's up here, 10 and 13. Really good KD for Orangepest. He's got a superior KD as Wehrmacht, which in the other 2 games is not worth noting. But in Company of Heroes 3, with Grenadiers being glorified Osttroopen, it is worth noting.
They're not glorified Osttroopen in this particular match. Once they get those MP40s, they're quite good.
True.
Not as strong as last patch, but there's the pack. Good shot from the pack there. Elpern's just camping those garrisons. He's almost got enough manpower for another Easy 8 call-in. And those things are such a huge force multiplier coming in with vetted assault engineers. It's going to start outnumbering Orangepest here soon enough.
Yeah. Orangepest just looks to want to close this game out. Kind of back tech to Company of Heroes 2 in terms of play with support weapons just to lock the victory points down. He played in like the more aggressive full frontal assault style, and now he's going to regress to the Master League of 2020-2021 vintage. Just try and lock those VPs, get those packs down, get those MGs down, and see this game out.
He's floating quite a bit. You do see him spamming some mines there, getting ready for some kind of Easy 8 push. He's up to almost 600 manpower now. He needs to make a decision because the second Easy 8's about to show itself.
Yep, I believe. Indeed, both these 8s bearing down on the Panzer IV here. We've got prioritized vehicle engaged for everybody. Where's the pack when you need it? It's all the way on the beach having a holiday. That's not what we need right now. If we're Orangepest, because his Vet 2 Panzer IV is no more.
Big win for Elpern.
Huge.
Yeah, I don't know what Orangepest is doing here.
I know what he's doing.
Right, he's going for the Tiger.
Of course he is.
There
It's Breakthrough. It's Tiger. It's a dead infantry squad on retreat there. Didn't quite catch which one it was, but he's dead for certain. Just like any good old Company Heroes fan, Mr. Momo. He's been, of course, wanting to go for the Tiger. The Tiger will save us, just like Steiner's Ghost Army and the birds to take out the hordes of Mordor. Oh, it's backed into this garrison! That's brutal! Oh no! Elpern reversed into the house!
The worst timing on losing for both players. Losing the P4 right before the Tiger comes out, and then losing the Easy 8 as the Tiger shows itself. This Tiger's just gonna start freaking annihilating squads. He's gonna chunk this Easy 8. It lands.
He's Pac-Man with the big pill. And it's hunting time in the maze as the scouts go down. We hardly knew ye. Stosstrooper eats a nade, and they throw a nade of their own. Oh dear, it's like a Macabre Wimbledon right now. Here comes a rifleman for a flank. Oh, the Mohawked Deadman throws a crew-shocking grenade. Stosstrooper could die. Yes, they do to the Easy 8. AoE profiles nerf be damned.
Vet 2 EZA didn't care about those nerfs.
No, didn't read the patch notes, didn't care.
If you don't read them, they don't apply to you.
That's it!
That's pretty sound logic.
It is. It's all psychological. The Relic haven't actually patched Company Heroes 3 yet.
We're losing a strategic point.
Oh, just a general feeling.
Right, who's got the better army? I'll explain the army to you. 1 rifleman, 2 riflemen, 3 riflemen, 4, 5 in total. Then we've got an Easy 8, a mortar, and 2 assault engineers. You saw them with the Easy 8. Meanwhile, Orangepest has 2 MGs, 2 grenadiers, 1 pack, and a tiger and a pioneer, and a very dead rifleman incoming, possibly. Oof.
That tiger took its sweet time traversing its turret. Yeah, Orangepest is so far behind on infantry now. Losing the Stas was a big deal. That was like his ace in the hole versus, you know, these one-on-one engagements against riflemen.
Yep. Hard to disagree.
Second, another P4 is cooking, coming out. Orangepest isn't out of it yet, but he is finding a way to kind of give Elpern the advantage here. He is lucky that Elpern royally screwed up that Easy 8.
Yeah.
So he's not out of it yet. He's still bleeding Elpern out. So down to 130.
Good old reverse into the garrison. Classic. Panzerfall rocking down the road. Ooh. Delayed fuse. Causing this MG all kinds of problems. MG just continuing to cap for some reason. Easy 8 Vet 2 has been shocked. Needs to retreat now. Come on, Orangepest, you need to see that. That's pretty important stuff. Finally, he retreats with so little health remaining. We have a battle in the south. It's the new Panzer IV versus the Vet 3 rifles.
Yeah, nice little support tank here for the Tiger. Pack's right there behind it to support any Easy 8s creeping up on the south beach. MG there was pretty lucky on the delayed fuse scatter. You saw it was landing all around it, except for like 1 or 2.
Yeah,
Gave Orangepest enough time to suppress the squad.
Health he had. As soon as the MG gets back to base there, we'll see it. He had about 12 health points. It's not much at all. Very lucky indeed.
Yeah, Tiger here is doing what Tigers do best. This thing gets to Vet 3, it's going to be pretty hard to deal with for Elpern. You see him banking up for another Easy 8. Rifleman pushing the pack to base, but his tech building's right there. He's going to be able to reinforce and pull back to safety.
He is indeed. We've got Easy 8 Vet 2 pushing in. We've got MG and at pack 40, nowhere to be seen. Oh no, he's just up there in the crater. Panzer IV offering himself as bait. Victory point capped in the north and sandbags laid down. That's very important because Elpern's heading to double-digit city very soon.
Yeah, he's almost there. Slowly but surely, Orangepest is knocking down the VPs. He's using the Tiger here to support this Gren, waiting for some kind of VP push from Elpern, which you see him coming out of his base.
He fired on the medic!
That's a free reinforcement there heading back to base. Elpern's really trying to float for the second Easy 8 call, and look at these riflemen coming out of base with 3 and 4 models per squad. He's just throwing everything he can right now to get the VPs under control.
Up here, yeah.
There's the Easy 8.
Good call by Momo. That's indeed what was happening. We've got Elpern now up to 79 PopCap versus Orangepest on 74. Everybody in chat, whose army do you prefer? Just say Elpern or Orangepest. Who would you want to be at this point in the game? Ignore the victory points. What about the armies? Whose army do you like more? It's a very simple question. Just judge it before you. Orangepest Kazakh says he's a grand finalist, by the way. Not bad. Everybody wants to be Orangepest. They just like tigers, basically. Elpern says shipping Putin bomb. What a weird name. Nice capping, by the way. Elpern has gone all the way around the outside, just like Eminem. And here come the Easy 8s. They've smoked out the Panzer IV attack ground side hit somehow.
Wow, he connected both of those. And Orangepest misses his. Lands with the pack. Can't forget, guys, that the Easy 8 has access to white phosphorus. It's going to be good at keeping the Tiger neutralized for a bit of time while Elpern makes a decision on how he wants to play his tank engagements.
Well, that flank from the rifles worked a treat because they're currently getting that victory point back for Elpern, who is on 84 now against 385. His game to lose Orangepest. Such a hefty victory point advantage. Big shots from the Tiger and from the pack. Such little health remaining. Oh, and there's the pack again. He went
Oh my
CoH3
God.
style on his ass, and it got results.
That was so greedy. He knew those were there. I don't get what that was about. Maybe he's getting a little flustered. He's down to 82 VPs. But yeah, I mean, 2 packs, a Tiger and a P4 for 1 Easy 8. It's not looking good, and he doesn't have the time to really wait for another call-in install. He's just gonna have to start making some crazy plays. Look at these Assault Engineer combat groups.
He's going to have to take out the Tiger, or he's going to have to do it. Assault Engineers, I don't know how they're going to help. It's all down to Brad Pitt.
Yeah, this is not an engagement you're gonna win. He's gonna take so much damage. And he has a full retreat all these, so the time to get repairs on that Easy 8 just got delayed by quite a bit. Packs are stealthed. MG's forced back the rifleman here. He does put a triple cap on Orangepest. He's gonna buy himself a little bit of time. Tiger's heading up north to force these riflemen back. Luckily for Elpern, Orangepest doesn't have too many squads that are capable of pushing, you know, the north and the South Beach VPs. So he does buy himself a little bit of time here, but Orangepest is slowly but surely getting enough manpower to get another P4 is what I would wager right now.
Look at that
Rifleman.
Pixel Art. There we go. Pixel Art indeed. Panzer IV pushes through the centre, gets rid of the mortar that was throwing delayed full use bombs down upon Orangepest quite a lot there. Tiger has done a decent amount of damage. It's stabilised the game at the worst moment for Orangepest, which ended up basically keeping him in the game. Kind of reflex Tiger call in action. Even the most casual of players will be very, very familiar with that.
Yeah, Tiger was saving grace there for Orangepest. He was finding a way to throw the game, but got the call in at the right time. And Elpern giving a little bit of counter throw action.
Yep.
He's getting his 4th Easy 8 ready here in about 50 manpower.
But sadly for him, concurrently is only a 2nd Easy 8. And he's got a lot of rifles that aren't reinforcing in order to fund it. And that is the beauty of call-ins. That's why people like DevM claim we don't need fuel attached to these tanks. We don't need them tied to teching. Because he remembers the good old days of Conehere's 1 when the balance was around. You just keep adding manpower to these call-ins, Momo. You just keep adding manpower, and then the kind of the balance is you have to starve your opponent of manpower so they can't utilize call-ins. And it creates an extra layer of strategy. I'm not saying I agree, I'm just explaining the design philosophy. What do you think, Momo?
Well, being a CoH3 player and having lived through most of CoH3's life, I think there's certain things that should be tied behind tech, like Easy 8 or a Tiger, for example. Look at this white phosphorus play by
no.
Elpern. He's just going to run into the packs. Oh, God. This is not a winning engagement. What are you doing?
Revealing the health ball there and taking him out. The Tiger gets the kill from range. The new Easy 8 is the only Easy 8. Easy 8 the 4th. How we hardly knew ye. Elpern's down to 54 victory points. We've got a Panzer IV rocking in the north. We've got a horde of infantry pushing through the smoke, pushing through hellfire and brimstone and into an 88mm cannon, ready to obliterate. Yeah, indeed. Tiger, it's feeding time at the zoo, Momo.
Easy 8's pushing for the P4, running into a pack. He might actually clean this up, unless he hits a mine. Nah, he's gonna get this one at least. Small moral victory, maybe.
Small moral victory. No! The Pack 40 on the edge of its cone of fire forces Elpern to hit the GG well played and throw in the towel, tap out, and game 1 goes to seed 1 in this semi-final. There we go. Coffee still to be drank for Momo, and game 1 in the bag for Orangepest. Let's get game 2 underway very shortly.
Yeah, good stuff there. Elpern was showing, signs of life. I was kind of disappointed in his build. No upgrades, or sorry, no teching or anything like that. No motor pool, AT gun, no Greyhound. He just kind of let Orange Pest control the momentum of the game. When on Twin Beaches as United States forces, you got to kind of press your advantage, to be honest. He almost brought it back, as we saw, but it wasn't quite enough. And losing on that map as US is quite a blow, to be honest, because I don't think Orange Pest is going to give Elpern any reprieve on the blowback.
No, I'd have to agree with that. Guys, we're going to go for a quick 4-minute break now, just to give A's brain time to recover. And we'll be back with game 2 very, very shortly. Cheers.
We've been granted accelerated.
Hey guys,
vehicle
we are
protection.
back on Twin Beaches in Game 2 between the two Swedish titans of the community. In the west spawn, we have Mr. Orangepest playing his United States Forces here to re-establish his claim as the best player in CoH3 at this moment. And in the east spawn, we have Mr. Elpern himself playing as the Wehrmacht. And he's trying to do what Orangepest did to him last game, AE.
Quarter-ton truck fueled up.
Basically, win as Wehrmacht on the US favored map somehow. It's going to be a tall ask for Elpern, because I personally think this map, like, if everything being equal, Momo, is kind of USF's game to lose. What do you feel about that?
I would agree on this map. It is US favored. It's not impossible for Wehrmacht to win. I don't want to, send that message out that you can't win. Clearly you can, but I think stuff like the Jeep right here, just piling up right up to your base, harassing you, is a good example of how strong US is right now. Because the Kettenkrad can't shoot back, so you can't build Kettenkrad to help you cap, because the Jeep is just gonna hear it through the fog and kill it.
What's a Kettenkrad? I've never heard of one of them, Momo. It must be some kind of myth. I haven't seen that all tournament long. We do have Orangepest going for the Jeep, and I have some very sneaky stuff told to me about the Jeep from Mr. Orangepest. He knows things about the dark arts of the Jeeps. He says, I can't go into divulge the full details of that because I'm sworn to secrecy when I have these kind of player conversations. Basically, Mom, I don't even play Coming Heroes. I just talk to players about Coming Heroes and try and prepare me for casting it. I do.
It was probably Zulu. He was riding a Jeep in Florida with Zulu. That's the dark arts he's figuring out.
Did you see the
how to drive
photo
one.
they had? They had a car accident, I believe. The bonnet became detached due to wind pressure, and it smashed the windscreen. But hopefully that doesn't happen to Orangepest in this game. Looks like the windscreen.
I did not see that.
No. So it is a 5-wheel Jeep, so if he gets a puncture, he should be able to repair it. Always good. Tell you what, this is like the days of old. The Jeep being this unit of utter devastation in the early game. I'm so glad they re-added to Company Heroes, Momo. The turning circles, the speed of a true light reconnaissance vehicle. It's crazy to play with, isn't it?
Yeah, I quite enjoy the additions of these guys. We kind of saw a little bit of that with the WC-51 and the Universal Carry in CO2, but I'm glad we have this more of like a staple in this game.
Yeah, they're more nimble as well, aren't they? I mean, we saw a taste of it
Yeah.
in CO3, I would agree. I mean, the M3 we can't count. That was a clown car. It was not a good reconnaissance vehicle. It was a meme. But yeah, WC-51, a little bit in the Universal Carrier, a little bit, definitely. But these are a little... In CO3, they're more nimble, aren't they? And I just wish that Dak were around. Remember Dak, everybody? I think it's stuff like Deutsche Afrika Korps. They had a unit called the Kradschützen back in the day. And it was so nimble and agile. Basically, I just made those two words and combined them. But it was fantastic to watch. I really do miss that faction.
Yeah, hopefully Relic can reintroduce them in the patches to come.
Why did they cancel that faction? I don't get it. But anyway, let's concentrate on this game as it evolves, because Orangepest has pushed rather far up. He's got armoured, of course. He's got Vet 1 on his Jeep already, meaning he's capping out of his mind right now. And Elpern, having been up against a 3 Pioneer super capping build, has only got 1 Pioneer this game. What's going on?
He rushed for Peebgrens. Look at that.
Oh, okay.
One's about to come out right now. Just to comment on earlier, I think Elpern made, unfortunately, a classic mistake on this map. Early game, you need to consolidate on one side, and I think north is probably your best bet, because the southern area here is too easy for riflemen to flank through these shot blockers. You see like the shrub there. They can just pop up on your cutoff, no problem. So I think he should have played the north a bit more concentrated with his units, and it would have, correlated to more map control, because right now he's all but base pinned. He's going to really need these PGs to do some heavy lifting right now.
Sad thing is, as well, and a lot of people in chat, we are now praying for a miracle. Company Heroes 3 doesn't have quite the rubber band potential of Company Heroes 2. It's not as bad as Company Heroes 1. It's somewhere in between. But we are now kind of praying for a miracle. If you do end up with only your 2 base territory sets, as they are +10s admittedly, it's not going to go well in the early to mid-game transitional period. And you can see Orangepest currently getting the motor pool down. The Greyhound, he could build it straight away if he wanted to. Let's see if he does.
I think he will. It's such a fast Greyhound. It's actually insane. And he's got the quicker production with Armor Company.
Oh my god.
Elpern is most likely not going to build a pack here. He's probably going to do another Panzer Grenadier just to kind of like push back the Riflemen. And then that's going to be his downfall. Unless he can somehow survive to 8 rads or something, assuming he picks Mechanized.
When you're telling me somebody that's already down and it's their downfall, I'm wondering how further down they can go. That's not good.
Yeah, you see the second Panzer Grenadier there, almost built. It's gonna be coping quite hard versus the Greyhound.
Territory is falling into enemy hands.
Oh, is that Luftwaffe? Yeah, you could drop the LG-40, could he soon? Has he gone out? Oh no. Yeah, LG-40 weapons drop. LG-40 weapons drop, Momo. Okay, it's not the end of the world.
Nice.
It's just, yeah, fair enough.
He acknowledged the situation there.
Acknowledged.
I'm curious if that was like a quick lock-in, like, okay, shit, there's a Greyhound, click, 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 LG-40 drop, or if he already had it locked in. I don't know.
Well, the second Panzer Grenadier did emerge, so it can't be that reactionary. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Oh, you mean Luftwaffe battle group in total? Yeah, it's possible. Yeah.
Right. Exactly. Yeah.
Yeah, I'm with you now. I'm with you now.
Boys are waiting.
It's got healing cooking. Still kind of base locked.
Victory point is falling into enemy control.
Game is definitely in Orangepest's favor right now. He has to crew the LG-40. That thing's actually quite expensive to reinforce, so unless he uses a merge on his Grens, it's going to be falling behind against the manpower titan that is the US forces.
Yeah, they are a titan for certain. They've got so many things in their favor when it comes to manpower. We can count them. The captain, the manpower surplus, whatever the hell it's called, for the ISG company, yeah. There's a lot
Advanced
in their
logistics.
favor. That's it.
Yeah.
Thank you, man.
You're welcome.
BARs have been distributed to
BAR's out. Munition surplus is in the works as well, so
Good.
nice little 90 munition discount for his second bar. Greyhound doing Greyhound things, skirting around. Ooh.
What a shot from the
LG-40.
ground. That was a Panzer IV-esque shot there. Nearly got a follow-up, but he was on the move, so LG-40 wasn't in position in time, sadly for him. Michael Bay has directed this ground, apparently, and he's now screaming, "Yeehaw!" from inside the hull of the scout car, in inverted commas, because it's very, very big and very deadly.
Yeah, he's just gonna bully all these squads. The PGs don't have snares.
the enemies.
Oh, dear.
I'm just gonna walk up to his face and pound him.
Victory point.
How much manpower are they for reinforcement? Like 34, 32, something like that? Probably something.
I
Oh,
can't remember.
yeah, me neither.
We have territory under attack.
Somebody in chat, go to costats.org, and is it .org? I think so.
Deploying engineers now.
There's a new one, by the way, Codex now. Go check that out. It's pinned on Reddit right now. It's amazing.
One of our sectors is
Like-
now
Yeah,
in
it's quite
enemy
cool. I
hands.
checked that out myself.
Literally, there's about 300 people. If none of you go and find me the reinforcement for Panzer Grenadiers, I am going to cancel this. And we will watch me play Goose Game on the Nintendo Switch instead, which I was doing this morning.
4x4 is ready to roll.
Yeah, Codexon. You just open it and it insults you immediately, Momo.
You summoned Cossack. You said
Oh.
Goose.
Kawzak,
He's
I want
riding
a
on a
real
high right
picture.
now.
I want a real picture. If you're a grand finalist, you either have to wear a goose costume, or you have to Photoshop yourself onto the body of a goose. I will not accept you into the grand final unless you actually reveal yourself.
Yeah, we need to see what you look like, bro.
Definitely. Everyone else has shown it. Everyone else. Even got Gibber on webcam these days. There's nowhere to hide in the co-community.
And this Greyhound's just doing whatever it wants on this map.
How many kills?
There's a Scott now, too. Look at that.
Oh no! That's what I mean. That's why we're saying we felt that Elpern maybe didn't psychologically prepare for the tournament possibly as well as he could do, because Scott is so meta right now. It's metaing all over its face, as is this Faust in the Greyhound's rear. Oh, it's taken out by the LG-40s. Don't count him out, Momo. How dare you? How dare you, Momo?
I didn't say that.
I'm saying
Two
Elpern's one of the...
LG-40s.
Yeah,
Let's go.
let's
I
go.
like this.
Come on, Elpern.
Elpern's cooking right now. He's got 3 PGs out on the field.
Enemy movement near a victory.
Scott's got to watch out. The LG-40 is not going to have a problem penetrating it. He does have 1 combat engineer to repair, but we know USF reps are kind of slow until you hit vet 1. And once you put in a sweeper, you're probably not going to get vet 1.
Reports of enemy
Those
movement
combat
near a
NGs.
victory point.
Pouring it on him. These Panzer Grenadiers won't be able to cap the victory point when these Grenadiers are also under pressure. Dum, 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 dum. So, Orangepest just showing here just how much pressure he's exerting on the Wehrmacht player. Elpern's currently split. He's battling as hard as he can to get to this victory point in the north.
Scott has arrived.
And we're getting another Scott. Oh, no.
Orangepest doesn't want to cool down on his white phosphorus. That's why he's got a second one.
Oh, dear. It's
Quite oppressive, actually. That
It
white
really
phosphorus,
is.
and it's free.
Like it should be, Momo. It should be free. Look at Momo's face, by the way. He was grinning and like laughing at the situation of free phosphorus raining down upon you. Momo's a classic co-player. It's terrible when somebody else does it against him, but when he's the one doing it to you, it's hilarious. That's the glee he brings to the table.
That's the benefits of being a caster or an observer, right? You get to laugh at other people's misfortunes.
Yeah, that's why I do it. It's so fun. I don't even
When
like
it's you,
playing
it's
Company
fucked
Heroes.
up.
It's terrible. I'm one of the biggest sadists known to man. I organise these tournaments and then laugh at people for trying to play in them. I might as well, like, go on... You know, this is the equivalent... The police should arrest me. This is terrible what I'm doing
We
to
have
humanity.
vehicles ready to be dispatched to the front.
Orangepest, you know, kind of playing with Elpern, man. Like, obviously the Scots are really powerful, but he's just playing full in on the Collins. Like, he doesn't even care about going to Tank Depot and getting like a dozer or something. Because the dozer's just gonna dance all over Elpern's composition right now. Scott can get stuck behind certain things. If he plays behind shot blockers, you know, he's more or less going to be fine. You know, Orangepest is good enough to utilize shot blockers and attack ground with something like I made Scott. Yeah, I don't know what Elpern does here, to be honest. He's gone Luftwaffe. There is no tank Collins. So he has to play to tier 4. So
Yeah.
Orangepest can just keep harassing him and delaying it as long as possible. We're 12 minutes in. Nearly 13. I don't think Elpern has Tank Depot up yet. He's getting close to the fuel to put it down, but then he needs another whole 100 fuel.
I've got a question. Sorry to interrupt, Momo. I've got a question
Yeah,
for
go ahead.
Kawzak in chat. You're saying that Orangepest is doing nothing new. I agree, by the way. Elpern seems a little bit unprepared. He has always been a bit eccentric, though, so we can't fully say that. What I want to ask, though, was 3 Pioneers from Orangepest, was at least that new in this series? Because I felt that was kind of new. I haven't seen players do that yet, but everything else I would say is, yeah, just standard play we've seen in this tournament. Yeah, exactly, Kawzak. I thought the 3 Pios was cool, at least. That kind of showed some evolution to the meta. But, yeah, unfortunately, Elpern has been a bit underprepared. And Orangepest has now put himself in a commanding lead in this series. He's not dropped a single victory point yet, Momo.
Yeah, not looking good for Elpern. Like I was saying earlier, you know, at the start of game 1, I think Elpern's kind of checked out a little bit mentally. He did give us a bit of sign of life in that game, thanks to the Easy 8s and the Rifleman. But yeah, I just don't think he really put in the same kind of prep that Orangepest did, to be honest with you.
No.
Not taking anything away from him because he's obviously one of the best players in the community. But you can't just like YOLO it at this level, in my opinion. So I think that's kind of what he's been doing.
It seems that way. But it's so strange because Elpern's been one of the most vocal supporters of Company Heroes 3 as a game worth playing. And he's done a massive service to the community in the streams he's done. But what I was fearful of when I tried to write my piece before this tournament, I was fearful Elpern's burnt himself out a little bit. Burnt himself out by having to put up with the detractors. The people that just make a hobby of, like, kind of, I don't want to swear, but shitting on CoH3 all of the time. And I feel like Elpern may have, like, taken a bullet to his psyche. He's burnt himself out a little bit, and he's let meta, possibly, I don't want to be right here, but he's possibly let meta pass him by in this tournament, and in the prep for this tournament, and I really hope I'm wrong.
I think maybe there's some of that, some truth to that. I wouldn't give too much credit to people detracting, you know, CoH3 to his like mental fortitude. I think he's probably just burnt out. Everyone's been playing a lot. You know, you kind of see this in between patch cycles. Elpern, I think he's like a master's student. I don't know if he's on break or anything like that. Playing other games. I myself play other games too. I mean, honestly, like,
What?
if you play one game for a little bit
Oh, he's
too
continuing
long,
to
you're gonna
fire
get
the
burnt out.
bug. He's continuing to fire on the grenadier. Oh, but Orangepest turns the Jeep around. Good show, old chap. Good show. He could have taken advantage of that. Correct me if I'm wrong, Momo. They still haven't fixed that, right?
No, it's not.
They still haven't fixed it. So Momo show... No, sorry. Orangepest, rather, turned the Jeep around to not bug out and kill the retreated squad. Good show, old chap, indeed.
Movement near our victory point.
Yeah.
Oh,
Yeah, a little
Kazakh
bit
says
of honor
turning
there.
it around doesn't stop the shooting. Okay, I'm sorry, I was bias casting, clearly. I didn't know that, though,
Full
Kazakh.
turnaround does. It does shoot at an angle, so it looks really sketchy. But if you do a full turnaround, like 180, it should stop shooting.
Thank you, Momo. Kazakh's wrong. He's a goose at the end of the day. How can he be right?
Enemy movement near victory point.
My point stands.
Oh, it needs
I
skip
believe Orangepest did it deliberately.
Deploy. Sector gone. We must take it back.
Anyway, let's give Elpern some bloody credit. He was down against Loveness 2-0. He ended up losing 3-2 in the GCS 3 Grand Final in the summer of 2022. So I believe in Elpern. I believe he's not out of this yet, despite having 26 victory points and despite his forces being desperate and disparate across the map.
Sherman's flanking the LG-40s here. Oh! There's a pack up north too. Caught the Sherman on its rear here. He actually might lose the Sherman.
We must act.
Yep.
Yeah, he's gonna lose it.
Good spot, Momo. Oh, he got a swipe before he died! Oh, so naughty. And here are the Scots having some Scotty fun. Scotty 2, Hottie on the beach over there, and a mine kills him! Oh, no! Did he lay that mine earlier? Because I didn't see it go down. He died on retreat to the mine.
He's been spamming a lot of mines with his one engineer. That's kind of been like their job this whole game. He's just putting mines down everywhere he goes.
Enemy movement near our
He's got the
victory
self-repair ability active too, so like he doesn't need to use the engineers at all times. And with this kind of map control, he has munis coming in all the time.
We're just doing a base inspection, guys. Do not be alarmed. It's all good. Yep, everything's in order. Keep going.
He learned how to do some barrack inspections with Zulu in Florida. That's what that was.
GG. Hello there, and welcome to Death's Door. Welcome to the desert. Welcome to an imperious Orangepest with one hand on the grand final. He's got Wehrmacht. He's east on road to Tunis. This can't go wrong. But I tell you what, Elpern's going to do everything he can within his power to make it go wrong. Because Elpern is not the kind of guy that gives up easily. He's a do-or-die, death-or-glory player. He's playing as the Brits. He's going for one of those nasty, nasty calling strats that are kind of a protest build in a way, but they're damn effective. And Momo, Elpern's going to leave it all on the desert for us today.
I think Elpern's trying to shake it up, throw Orangepest off his game with the UKF pick. UKF has gone quite a lot stronger with the last patch, Emerald Bear. And this map is actually quite good for UKF, in my opinion. Elpern is known to love that Centaur call-in. I don't know if I agree with it, but, you know, a call-in is a call-in. They're all quite strong. I personally prefer British Armored Battle Group. Hopefully he goes for that, but... yeah, it's gonna be tough. It's gonna be tough. Tunis is not a bad is a very good map for Wehrmacht. So
It's really
Orangepest didn't go for 3 piles there. I think I saw him cook it up, but he canceled one of them and went for the infantry company.
And we can explain why it's such a good map for Wehrmacht. You've got fortifications here and here. You push up behind them in either direction. You go for the cutoff, and then you've got a big-ass bush you can park an MG behind. Upon getting to that position of advantage, Momo, you've then basically controlled the entire map, because this cutoff here is kind of easy to backcap. So basically, the pin attempt on Road to Tunis is not hard to pull off. If you're a decent Wehrmacht player and you get an advantage, Momo, you can pretty much just go straight for that cutoff and go for the pin, right?
Yeah, it's good. It's quite easy to take advantage of UKF's lack of indirect fire in the early game, because the British mortar is quite lackluster, and then you find yourself depending on recce sections as the anti-MG, you know, unit that UKF have, until you get something more concrete on the field, like a Crusader AA or like a Humber. But yeah, Elpern going for 2 sections there. Airdrop coming in for Orangepest. So he did make a 3rd Pioneer, but not quite the same Pioneer we were thinking.
Yep, and they're doing little para rolls right now, just taking the weight off the gravity there. I'm not sure that makes physical sense, but my sentence kind of added up. And what do we have here?
Yeah.
Again, we've seen so much of that this tournament. This long-ass capping order through the old village to get to the fuel that way. It works, because you don't get spotted.
Yeah, and he's respecting a potential MG setup on the fuel. So well played there by Elpern. I think this Luftwaffe pick by Orangepest is quite strong, because Fallschirmjägers are even better versus Brits than they are versus US. And he's definitely going to rely on them for his elite infantry this game.
If he had breakthrough yet again, though, that would be so much more powerful. But thank God for Battle Group Terminator, Momo. We don't see faction variety, but at least we see some level of variety.
Agreed. I think Battle Group Terminator is actually quite awesome. And I hope we continue to utilize it in future tournaments.
What would you shake up in future tournaments, Momo? You're now me. What do you do? Like, what's next for the Master League? What would you push for?
Oof. I would say more map development. You know, there's a lot of promising things going on behind the scenes. I think Kesserine Pass is a good example of that. Outside of waiting for content drops from Relic, I think what you have going on as a format is fine, to be honest.
Did you just say New Battlegrounds 2, the another map tournament, basically? Basically, we just launched straight in after this. We kind of asked map makers to go crazy. New game, new rules. We don't want CoH3 flat-ass maps, which are perfectly purpose-built for 2 AT guns, 2 MGs. We want creativity within, like, the structural workings of Company Heroes 3 with this layout given to us by Monolithic Bacon and Company Heroes 1 and Company Heroes 2. And just go crazy and make us some good maps, and we'll vote the best ones and we'll make players play on them. Is that what you're saying, Momo?
Sounds like you already had a plan.
No,
so.
no, I just, it's very easy these days. I've done like 50, I'm not trying to brag, but we have done 50 tournaments with me at the kind of egotist in the sky realm. And like, we've got loads of stuff we've done in the past. We just recycle it. But new battlegrounds, baby. Let's go. New maps. Come on. We'll force Relic to add them. We'll force them to add a Momo. And every map has to have Momo in the title, by the way. Crossing in the Momo. 3 leagues of Momo.
I don't need that kind of attention.
Momo approach.
Satchel coming in from Orangepest, gonna delete this garrison. Nice dodge there by Elpern. I don't know if you caught it, but he actually teched nades there, and he threw it on that MG. Well, whose mine is that? Right there by the garrison.
That I can't tell because the UI won't tell me, but it will be Elpern's, I imagine.
I think it's Elpern's, yeah.
Surely, but he does have a flamethrower, so munitions-wise, he's also got 84 munitions. No, sorry, he's got 48 munitions in the bag, so I'm thinking it could be Orangepest, actually. We'll find out soon enough.
Yeah, they're both hovering around that location at some point, so we'll find out when someone steps on it. These sections are just trying to hold on for a tag out by the other sections, but he's playing it so close, it's not worth it, Elpern. Even that garrison is so oppressive if you get an MG in there, but thankfully, you know, Elpern's kept control of it.
I could definitely confirm it's Orangepest mine because he's trying to bait him onto the mine right now. There you go, it's Orangepest mine. I can tell. Well, I'm 90% sure. He's baited him onto it, so surely it's Orangepest mine. And he's just given up the garrison as a result.
I'm not sure. I mean, it could be the retreat path for either player there, I think, depending on the angle they retreat. There's our first Fallstrom Jaeger.
Yep.
Another, look at that, cheeky flank.
Cheeky blighters! Oh, a mine just detonated down here. That was the Royal Engineers hitting that one. Got the recce section oh so close to this one. This is the only thing I care about right now. Flare goes up in the sky, by the way. MG is on these infantry sections. We've got a VP sandwich. Sandbagwich, rather.
One understated advantage that Orangepest has here is he can put his mines all into, all his munis into mines. While Elpern needs to get recce's and flamethrowers up on his units. So he can't really afford to do as much mine spamming at this stage in the game. So this is really going to help Orangepest cement the territory that he's capturing.
Cement's a
He's
good
going
word.
for the Stub. Great.
Yeah, good. It's a good unit for this map as well, because as we know, the sight lines are much better for a casemate tank destroyer, which has to turn its full body pretty much. I mean, they did add a little bit of lateral movement to its cannon in this latest patch, which was called Violet Hedgehog. And yeah, they added a little bit of lateral gun movement, but it's still such a good map for tank destroyers.
And I think another aspect of it is he's putting heavy respect on the British Colin units by getting a Stug. He's not going to get caught with his pants down by a Crusader AA or a Centaur. He's getting something locked in now, and he's going to show Elpern that he has it.
Dude, these merges from Orangepest. Oh, and the mine was indeed Mr. Pests.
He was lucky there. Those guys like split up into two. I don't know if you saw that, but if that was my squad, they would have died. I'm just going to say that.
Yeah, well, we know that. We know that, Mobo. DevM controls the levers. We've got Breach. Breach has been utilized. New mechanic for Company Heroes. $60. Buy now. Buy now. Invest in CoH3. Breach has been used.
It's actually kind of effective on certain squads that come with it right away, like Falls and PGs. It's good at dealing with dudes that like to just entrench in a little garrison there when they don't have backup.
No, indeed. I do need
5 sections for Elpern.
Oh my god, he did 5 infantry sections slash riflemen in both allies games this series, actually. I don't really think he... Well, he must know surely his upkeep gets higher and higher with that. But maybe he can make it work. He's got a horde of infantry. It's the Battle of the Somme all over again. I do have an infantry trench whistle right here, Mo. I'm going to blow it, but away from the microphone. Get in there, lads! Teach these Bosch! Oh, no. The Germans don't have planes, do they? That's not good! That's not World War I! Oh, no!
He might still get this MG decrewed, though. That would be a huge win for Elpern.
Oh, it's got within enemy lines now.
Yeah, he's not going to be able to crew that. Nice usage of the straight by Orangepest. 50 munitions to essentially pin those squads. Elpern was very confident, though. He didn't auto-retreat them, and now they're still engaging.
Yep.
So, hey, check it out. Look what's about to happen for Elpern. He's about to hit 4 CPs. You guys know what that means.
We know what that means. Hi guys, you want a ride? We've got the Crusader AA medium tank, which is gonna absolutely autocannon your face off with sick 90s techno beats.
Wasn't
Please
expecting that.
don't do drugs,
Got a
kids.
little cat jam going on.
Yeah, don't do drugs, kids. The bugged out autocannon is gonna be upon us. Mr. Stug, save us! Save us, Mr. Stug. By the way, the alcohol's kicked in. How many games have I cast today, Momo? It's been a lot, right?
This is like number 6 or 7.
This is 7, and I did a 4-hour or 3-hour best of 5 earlier, went all 5 games. So I am a bit mental, don't get me wrong. But here it is, Momo! Bugged out autocannons, let's go!
Just in time for the Stuk to hit the field, too. We're literally on the field at the same time.
Oh,
That's
yes! Like an anime matchup right now, Dragon Ball Z style. This is not even my full power unleashed quite yet.
Wait, what is that? I think I see Dane in the Stuk right now.
Dane showed up in
confirm?
chat! How did that happen?
Forwards! Get me closer. I want to hit them with my cannon.
He's inside the hole! Dane is aboard this stuff. We have to christen it. We have to give it a control group. It's control group 1. Is
Look at that. Dane's on the MG right there.
That's him!
Relic!
It's happening, Momo. It's happening.
You build a Stug, you know who you're summoning. So, let it be known across the community.
It is known. It is known. Dude, Xena, seriously. Relic wouldn't be in the problems right now. They'd be hiring staff. They'd be multiplying their studio. They'd be buying a castle in Vancouver if they made an Imperial Dane voice pack. Give Dane, like, 5% of all proceeds. But seriously, that's all they need. Just make it happen. Oh, by the way, Crusaders going in. Pioneers going down. Here it comes. Little flags on the back of that pyramid of destruction. Death and obliteration. Many other verbs aside, this thing absolutely blaps units with that bugged out autocannon.
Yeah, I was about to say before you panned over there and caught the squad wipe that Elpern's probably going to commit all in on these call-ins, and you can see he called in a second Crusader AA.
Oh,
So
yes.
he's just going to start terminating squads left and right, and one Stug isn't going to be able to handle Crusader AAs on both flanks.
Well, many people have asked, who built the pyramids in the desert? Well, Elpern called them in because the Crusaders are on the field, and it's going to be a horrendous crusade against the Wehrmacht forces of oppression, because here they come, and Elpern's getting back into this series.
He's just having to throw in some desperate Faust to slow down the Crusader. But as we know, snares have changed in this game, so it's not going to give any engine damage quite yet. I'm curious if Orangepest is going to go for a Pack 40 here or another Stug.
Well,
Because he knows Churchill is coming at some point if
Yeah.
Elpern doesn't wait for a Black Prince.
Yeah, and unfortunately for him, he's not got, like, the Tiger at his disposal. He's gone for Luftwaffe and no Panther either. He's going to need these packs. I have to say, this series is beginning to look like it might swing the other way, because Elpern has a great battle group pick. He has a great strategy in this game, something that was lacking from game 1 and 2. And Momo and I and many people in chat were a little bit disappointed. Well, in this game, it's Orangepest that is on the back foot, and Elpern is very much in command.
Yeah, he's showing us that he's still fighting. He's still fighting for this series. Good pick on Tunis. Like I said earlier, I think UKF is a great choice on this map. I just want to see Elpern get Recce's online on everything. Maybe an AT boys on one of his 5 sections, and then infantry training center, and just let the Collins roll in, baby.
Let him roll. Until Relic either change or nerf them or whatever, Elpern is going to prove a point with these call-ins. Make it happen. We do have the Pack 40 out now for Orangepest. That's going to help. We have a breach on the go yet again. Orangepest with another breach. I'm telling you, these new features, we're seeing them.
He's using them quite effectively on that house, because that garrison is quite a pain to deal with. So Breach actually is very efficient when you come in from a certain angle. You see he didn't really expose himself to those 3 sections up top. Ooh, strafe coming in.
Rommel with a little strafe there, calling in the
He's gonna get
Stukas.
the nade follow up.
We're losing a victory point.
No, sadly
Crusader
not.
A prevented it.
Yeah, so sadly not. We do have capping in the south from the... they're called Falchion Pioneers.
Victory point.
Oh, what's the Stug doing? Go home, Stug, you're drunk!
He's baiting him into the pack 40. He elected to go for a pack 40 here. Uh-oh.
Where is it? No, we have another one flanking from behind! This is a great attack by Elpern! Bait becomes itself jebaited as the Crusader goes round the outside. We do have a Faust possibly coming in from the Fallschirm Jaegers. But Orangepest only has 37 munitions. Pack does get one shot off. Stug still very healthy.
Victory point.
He needs to retreat this section.
Yeah, it's very low health, that is. It's a good job. There's
Oh,
no
he
point
retreated
like
both by mistake.
Oh.
It might have been the new like selection thing that Relic put in.
You got selection
annoying to
boxes
deal
bigger
with.
than your mama right now because it's very difficult to differentiate individual squads. They're fixing it,
Yeah.
Remo. Give them till 2025. Come on, don't be impatient.
We're losing a victory point.
Very,
Enemy action.
very solid push by Elpern, but unfortunately he wasn't able to capitalize on too much. And
Enemy action.
Orangepest is gonna recrew the pack, and he's got a second Stuk coming out too, so he's gonna force Elpern to build into some AT, which he is doing right now.
You're a Lord of the Rings fan, right?
We're losing
Absolutely.
What do the orcs chant when they've got a huge battering ram going towards the gates of Gondor?
Grand.
That's it, Stug! 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 It's Stug spam! On road to Tunis, and Orangepest wants to win this series 3-0. Elpern is his in real life friend, Momo. He wants to humiliate him. That's the competitive spirit between these two frenemies. It's beautiful and also kind of scary to behold. You're going 2 Stugs, we got a pack, we got up against 2 Crusader AA tanks, and Elpern's back is against the wall. He's 2-0 down. But he's now finding some resolve deep within his Swedish fighting spirit. And we're going to see who the true Viking of Valhalla is.
Couldn't have put it better myself, dude.
Ooh,
With this
he's
game-
low.
uh-oh,
Low,
Harrison.
dude. Sorry, go on.
No, you're good. I really hope Elpern doesn't go for Churchills. I really hope he plays for the Black Prince, because that is gonna just annihilate Stugs. Once it gets vetted, it's just gonna right click on stuff and kill them. While the Churchill is just gonna soak up damage and not really be able to close in on a Stug or a pack. So I hope he recognizes that and actually plays for the Black Prince, even though it's gonna take a bit longer for him to get to it, and give Orangepest some time to get to the Loiter. But keeps his Crusader A's alive, he's gonna look really good.
The pieces are moving. Look at that cinematic. Star Wars-like deflections off the Stug for some reason. As it's all starting to break loose, we do have a 6-pounder in situ. It's in a good position. Finding side armor on the Stug there.
Trying to take one of our points.
And when do you think Loiter's online, Momo? You reckon soon? Maybe next couple of minutes or so?
If he doesn't have it yet, it will be soon, because, you know, Orangepest definitely went for the manpower reduction first, so you gotta keep that into consideration. But if he doesn't have it right now, he'll have it soon.
Oh yeah, we've got Strafing Runner. Can't see Loiter in that mix. Plus his munitions are really low. So Elpern's safe for now.
Yeah, Elpern. Wonder what he's spending his munitions on here, because he won't be able to get to the recon artillery for a long time, going for the Black Prince. He's missing upgrades on 3 sections. Maybe he's been spamming mines. I haven't quite caught it. But also, do you know if he has training center up for anything? Infantry.
You mean if he... Well, he gets it up
infantry
anyway,
training
doesn't
center?
he, right? We can check, though, in base if we go here. Oh, no, I have to click his name. Sorry, my mistake. There we go. It's, a rifle grenade.
No, he doesn't have it.
Nothing. Weird. He made the video teaching the community about the various abilities on that side tech structure, and he's not utilized any of them in this game. How strange.
He's got the resources. Okay, he selected Churchills. I think
Oh man.
might have been a mistake there.
Oh.
Unless Orangepest really throws. The Churchills aren't really going to kill anything.
Quadro says he's
Assuming
got
Orange-
vehicle training. He read the small print of whatever that says. So, well done, Quadro. He does have vehicle training, meaning everything hits at Vet 1. Oh, no, it gets 800 XP or experience rate goes quicker or something like that. Stug comes in.
I think that's the battle group. You see the star right there? I could be wrong, but...
Okay. Oh, yeah, so he's got a mixture of the two. Bloody hell, that'll add up as the Stugs push in. And the little pyramid-headed guy from Silent Hill has to back away. Oh, here come the Stugs. 1 hit, 2 hit, 3 hits, and he'll be down. He's tracking. He gets it. Crusader AA down, and here comes a strafe for good measure. Oh, he's got point blank blast.
Yeah.
He's got point blank blast, Momo. Oh, no.
He's a little bit too far for point blank, but he had infantry there to follow up.
Oh,
and
yeah,
Elpern's
they'll do
just
it.
falling apart right now. Churchill's coming in to kind of stop this assault, but is it really going to be enough?
They go so
He's
slowly,
blowing up his
dude.
AT gun.
Oh,
He's going to get one
down.
Stug.
Yeah. There we go. Churchill takes the Stug down. Good call by Momo. The other one's going to be fine to get away because they've also had a crew-stunning Faust in. We've got another Crusader AA. Elpern's angry like a hornet's nest that's been kicked in the summer
Angry
days.
Pernin. See, this is the problem. Like, the Churchill... See, unless Orangepest keeps, like, stopping, the Churchill's just not going to be able to chase it down.
Oh, bloody
The Orangepest is stopping way too much. I know he's trying to get the shots off, but like he just needs to be really careful there because his pack is dealing with the Crusader AA right now.
Yeah, yeah. Tell you what,
It was a
Momo.
good trade for Orangepest.
Yeah, it wasn't
an
bad.
AT
I
gun
think
and
he
a Crusader
traded up.
AA.
I think he traded up. He's at 77 pop cap right now. Elpern's at 66. But I must say, Elpern's map control has never really diminished. He's been 3-5-4. He really seems to be microing hard and playing as well as he absolutely possibly can do. He's fighting deep resolve within himself.
Yeah, his 5 sections have been good at holding the ground. The strafes can't really deal with all of them unless Elpern's in a huge tactical control group. Elpern does have a little bit of manpower cheats now going on for his sappers. He did buy that 1 CP ability. It makes them cheaper to buy and reinforce. Gonna help his manpower situation quite a bit
nice.
there, yeah. Churchill poking up. Pack 40's probably gonna have to rotate over for that, or the Crusader AA, which is annihilating this MG right now.
Yeah, that absolutely dismantled them. Now, I have to say, these Crusader AAs are giving a lot of value for Elpern. He's still behind a little bit. Here comes Skuring's finest.
Orangepest was hoping for a cheeky wipe there, you know, taking the extra damage while they were repairing, but Elpern was on top of it. Third Stug's replacement is out now,
Okay, yep.
covering the Churchill.
Ooh, rifles very low there. It's a brand up rifle. It's a very expensive upgrade, but very powerful all the same. Stugs are coming in against the side armor of this massive Churchill tank. One of the most underrated tanks of the Second World War. The Churchill had a great ability to climb over fortifications and crush everything before it due to its World War I-esque design. And it was actually, there were plans to upgrade it heavily in World War II, aka the Black Prince, but they never actually got seen in reality. But it was a great design. One of the few good designs the British put forward for armor in the Second World War. Flares go into the sky above. The Tommies are watching on, Momo. And I have to say, strategically, whose army are you feeling right now?
I like both of their armies, I'm not gonna lie. You know, Elpern's got the Crusader AA to prevent crazy flanks from infantry. Orangepest is really gonna have to rely on his pack and his shoots to kind of keep that thing away. As long as Elpern keeps it alive, he's not in really any huge threat of losing a lot of territory, you know, as far as resources come in. He's got 5 sections. They're all almost upgraded by now. I think one of them has... Yeah, 2 of them have Brens. There's just one guy left that needs an upgrade. Those guys are quite strong as they get vetted. I don't know if he's got an infantry support center quite yet, but if he hasn't, definitely needs to get that. It's going to make them even better. He's obviously saving up for another Churchill here. Might be going for some kind of push with the recon artillery once he gets the munitions. But Orangepest's army is nothing to scoff at, and he is building up a second pack now, and eventually he's going to have a loiter to keep these things away.
Yeah, it seems like Orangepest is banking on the late game. He's kind of ceded the early to, well, the mid now to Elpern, who has a massive infantry army compared to Orangepest, who only has four mainline infantry squads if you count this grenadier. I don't know if you do or not. So let's say 3.5 versus these upgraded and veteran infantry sections. And that segues into map control, Momo. You can see just how much of the map has been blue versus red throughout this game on the minimap in the bottom left. And yet another Churchill slowly makes its way over to the centre of the battlefield. We'll see that thing in 7 minutes' time.
The only issue is, again, chasing down stuff and killing it with the Churchill. I'm not gonna lie, they are quite annoying to deal with because they have so much damn health and armor. But again, like, it's hard to press the advantage with them because they're just so slow.
They are bloody slow, and they can be inaccurate on the move as well, and you want to keep chasing. By the way, this Crusader AA has Veterancy 3. It's gotten 20 infantry kills in total. Probably loads of movement buffs and all kinds of stuff. Hopefully not a rate of fire buff. It doesn't bloody need that right now. Elpern's looking good. Like, against 2 Stugs, 2 packs. And they're not really cutting the mustard right now. Or maybe they are. Maybe I was...
flank.
Yeah, exactly. He's going in. Oh, well, too fast.
I think that's a recon already coming in from Elpern.
Is it? No, it's not. That's currently grayed out. So I don't know what this is, actually. Maybe it must be. Maybe it just... I don't know.
Yeah, I think it is.
Okay.
It's just weird on the UI. This Churchill, you see, like, it poked in. I can't quite tell. It got a little bit grainy for me, but I don't think he really got anything. He's probably going to lose this now. Assuming Orangepest doesn't get super unlucky with the attack rounds.
Yeah, it looks like he might do. The first one was a big miss. Stug's getting really close now, turning his entire body and penetrates. There we go. He needs to keep that up. He's going behind the Casbah, but ever so slowly with that damaged engine. That shell went right up in the air. We do have... that's a British plane there. Must have had a strafe.
I think there was one Luftwaffe loiter coming, not loiter, but strafe, the 50 munition little pin strafe that was coming in.
I see.
Looks like the Churchill is gonna be able to scurry away. It's getting repairs right there behind the garrison. So nice save by Elpern. The Churchill smoke, which also comes on the Black Prince, by the way, is actually very useful. It's a little creeping smoke.
Talking of creeping, we've got a Fallschirmjäger creeping around the victory point in the south, and that will stabilise things to Orangepest, who has dropped down to 220 victory points and there. And yeah, he's at 89 pop cap versus Elpern on 75, but Elpern has just such better armor composition that I'm not so sure it matters. I really want to see something bigger from Orangepest, but without armor or breakthrough, there is nothing bigger. There is only Stug. Third Stug in the build.
Ooh. I think the way this is gonna go is that outside of any major throws here, I mean, this Churchill's pushing with pretty low health. I don't know if he has vision of the other units that Orangepest is fielding, but can't quite see with the head.
Sorry, dude. Yep. Cinematic over. It was actually the Stug winning that fight. You thought he was the one that was getting destroyed? Stug had other things to say about it. Churchill down. First of the game to fall. We do have another now pushing the Stug into between a rock and a hard place. Is there anybody to rescue him? No. The Crusader AA has pushed in. Vet 3, Pack 40 in peril. There is one backing him up, however. But here comes another Stug to help out. Where's that victorious one up there? He's now going to get the rear armor exposed from Elpern. This is all over the place, Momo.
Yeah, I was about to make a prediction there, but
Ah!
Elpern threw the Churchill, so wasn't ready for that, and then I got a little bit of a lag, unfortunately. But good pickup there, at least to clean up a Stug and not, you know, get any kind of trade going on. But look at this Stug reactionary force headed by Imperial Dane, trying to get some revenge, but they're disengaging.
The Stug Reactionary Force sounds like a political party. Maybe they'll get some seats in Denmark in the elections. We'll have to see. Regardless, we've got Fallschirmjägers with an epic flank, bro, on these infantry sections. Just like in Crete, that was the only time Fallschirmjägers and the British ever really saw each other, to be honest.
Elpern did lose a section there, too.
Oh, did he?
He's down to 4, yeah. And he's down like 30 pop cap on Orangepest right now.
Bloody hell, and the side hits from this Vet 3 Crusader, but bloody hell, he gets out of there quickly. Such good movement boss at Vet 3, apparently. 6-pounder ready to fire, but there's a pack as well. There's 2 packs! Churchill's about to go down, Momo!
Oh, he's gonna use a smoke here if he has it. Oh, it's too late. It's too much firepower coming in on the Churchill.
GG, well
GG.
played! Elpern calls
no.
it! He fought bravely in Game 3, but it was not enough. And Orangepest is your second grand finalist. Well played.
Because I think the stream was fine.
Yeah, sorry, it's just obviously the England to California connection, but
Yeah.
you know, let's just all be big fans of Elpern because he needs our love and support right now. This stuff really does matter to him. He's a fantastic cornerstone of our community. He's the only, and I repeat, the only, like, proper streamer. I'm talking webcams, you know, sub alerts, like a proper setup still going regularly for Company of Heroes 3. I mean, Von Ivan's come back a little bit. We've got burgeoning streamers like, is it Havoc and a few other guys kind of stream a little bit. Elpern's like basically the mainstream, and he's been supporting this game no end. Sadly, as well, he seems to be a casualty of that massive campaign of his to keep supporting CoH3 because maybe he didn't quite have the mindset to match Orangepest toe-to-toe in terms of meta preparation, Momo? Do you think maybe some of that happened in Game 1 and 2, perhaps?
Kind of went Mr. Destructoid for me a little bit there, unfortunately, but I kind of caught the gist of that.
Yeah.
So my bad. But I think, again, we were commenting on it earlier. I think Elpern just wasn't prepared. He was playing Men of War and stuff, you know, nothing wrong with that, but leading up to a semifinals of Master League, the amount of preparation, you know, wasn't really on parity with Orangepest. Orangepest was playing like a demon, scrimming with people, you know, Zulu Havoc. I know Elpern was scrimming a little bit too, but I think Orangepest just wanted this more, and he really wanted to be back in the finals. I would have thought he would want to be in the finals against Fergie, you know, to kind of get a run back, but he is going against Mr. Goose, so gonna be very interesting.
Yeah, and a big shout out to Elpern. As I say, I don't think his mindset and preparation were quite up to the level they needed to be. I don't know why. I don't want to comment on why, but I definitely feel in Game 1 and 2. It feels like Orangepest, because he came into it with fresher eyes and possibly with Zulu Cobra and people like Demare and other people as a support network, as well as himself having a good eye for strategy. I just feel like he came better prepared into the semi-final. His build seemed a bit sharper. I love the 3 Pio build in Game 1. That was really tasty on Twin Beaches. It seemed to cap a lot of the map very quickly. And, yeah, there's some good stuff out there. And he was also able to break Elpern's most powerful build of the tournament, which was, of course, the Crusader AA Rush strategy. He was able to break it. And he relied on the good old-fashioned Stug. So, well played to him. Well played to him. Sorry if you've been drunk, guys. I have to, unfortunately, use performance-enhancing drugs, caffeine, and then alcohol to do a 2 best of 5s in a row. I am 33 at the end of the day. But hopefully you've enjoyed the content today, and hopefully you can enjoy these top-level players providing you top-level plays, because that's what we're all here to see. We're here to see the best in the world go at it in Company Heroes. And you now have your 2 grand finalists. You have Kauzak and Orangepest. It's an all-Scandinavian grand final, Momo.
Yeah, I can't wait to watch it. Kosak also kind of coming back from a break too. You know, kind of give him credit there on that. He was able to take out Fergie, in a great game 5 there. So respect to him for coming back and grinding himself. You know, he was playing versus Elpern like a week ago or so. They were playing some scrims on Kesserine Pass, I think.
Yeah.
Among other maps. So shout out to Kozak for rearing his head again and showing that he's taking it very seriously. So well played to him. And yeah, Orange Pest. I think people were expecting him to win this series. I did give it a 3-1, 3-2 outcome, and proved me wrong there. So well played by Orange Pest. Elpern, we know he'll be right back at it at the next opportunity. He is going to be playing Ferigi, correct, for 3rd place?
Yes, he will be, and I'll be organising casters for that. Possibly seeing if Imperial Dane, Zany Zap, etc. want to cast it. And then hopefully we see you next Saturday, Momo. Maybe we try and get both you and Vulcan involved. Share the load. Who knows? I know you'd enjoy that.
Let me know.
Yeah, I'll let you know. But big thanks to Momo, everybody. Go give Momo some love. He's a great streamer himself. He's got a good old Twitch channel out there with sloth theme, and we all love sloths, so you can't go wrong.
Who isn't lazy?
Exactly. Who doesn't aspire to be lazy? It's the best way to be. All right, then, guys. Thank you so much for today. I'm now going to host anybody who wants to be hosted. Momo, first of all, do you want to be hosted? Do you want to go and stream some Co or something?
I'll play a few games.
Fire it up, big boy.
All right, thanks for having me, guys. Well played to everyone. Thanks, AE, for running this thing. Shout out to AE, guys.
I don't know.
Gets a little bit of flack from some people, but no one else is willing to do this much work and effort into putting these things together.
I'm literally insane. All right, then, Momo. Fire up your stream. Let's get you raided, guys. And look out on YouTube later today. We're going to do Ferigi versus his opponent first, Kauzak, on YouTube. And it will be higher quality, strangely. I don't know how I'm managing that, but I'm like saving it to file. It ends up better quality. So go watch it on YouTube as a preference, if you can, please. All right, Momo, tell us when you're live, big man. Let's get you raided. Raid Momo. For sure.
Launching right now.
1, 2, 3. I've done it in all caps. I don't know if that matters.
No clue.
Okay, let's try it out. All caps. Let's go. It doesn't work. I'm not annoyed. I'm tired, Elite Pheasant. Bloody hell. Learn to read, man. Learn to read people's emotions. I'm loving life. I'm just knackered.
Yeah, there's a stream timer at the bottom right. If you guys didn't know, 6.5 hours there. That's almost a full shift right there.
Yeah, apparently. I get a full $20 from this. Let's go. YouTube ad rev. Here we come. All right. Raiding on out to the mighty Mo. See you guys. Have a lovely rest of your Saturdays. And enjoy Momo playing some good games. Bye-bye for now.
Cheers. See you guys.
Bye, Mo. Okay, YouTube. This is just for you. Thanks for supporting me on YouTube. It's been lovely giving you videos for all these years. I do intend to keep doing this hobby, even though I'm getting married next month. But Master League will be not as big of a force as it used to be until I find time to make it a big force again. I am going to be having to take a bit of a backseat just to focus on my IRL a bit. But that's no big problem. It just is what it is. And I really do hope that we get some good old Relic and Sega tournaments in the future. That'd be awesome. I don't know if that's going to be the case, but yeah, let's go and share our.
Hey, what's up, guys? I don't really care, dude. If it works or not, I'm sure there's other people streaming too. But shout out to AE guys for putting up with a lot of the stuff going on and running a well-oiled tournament. Let's see, why isn't my webcam working? It was just literally on Discord.
Oh, I suck, guys. I'm really tired. I didn't even raid him actually. God.
Hey, thanks for the resub, AE. Appreciate it.
I suck so
Reason,
hard.
Math, Cossack, well played, Cossack. Okay.
Is it working? Oh, it's not working. Oh, I didn't even raid him.
Oh shoot, got the wrong channel, AE. You put it. You forgot the numbers. 1, 2, 3. Just pop it in the chat of this imposter Momo for show.
Oh God.
See if I can get this thing.
Right.
Let's see. Start searching.
Oh, I failed so hard.
There you go. Thanks for the raid, man.
Oh my God. So yeah, I need to create some blocker content, so let's do that now. That way I don't have to render a new video. Spoiler screen. There is no more content. Alright guys, thanks for watching. There we go.
We are going to have to act if we want to live in a different world. We are going to have to act.
There is a very unstable situation on the ground that is unfolding very quickly.
Move toward more ideas that will actually help bring this thing to an end.
We are going to have to act. We are going to have to act.